Get in, nerds. We're playing Victoria 3. I realized it seems we have stopped improving relations with Burma, but I want to start improving relations with Burma again, because I want to keep them happy. Because I want to keep their liberty desire going down. A thing any overlord would wish to do, any sensible overlord. We're also in the process of taking over Kabul. Alright, so now they've... No, they still don't want to give us what we want. They got a lot of gold reserves. Also, the war hasn't been going on very long. But now they're fully occupied, so... Ooh, there's Nitro. Excellent. Time to start blowing stuff up. Alright, so... tech is available once again. We got water tube boiler, we got nitroglycerin. Do we go forward with this other stuff in production, or is there somewhere else I want to be? Let me see. Nationalism is not something I'm particularly keen on. Dialectics would improve my tech. I think we'll start with dialectics. Joint stock companies would give me another company. That'd be nice. Modern sewerage, extra land trade capacity, reduced pollution, reduced impact of flood harvest, extra infrastructure, extra max weekly construction progress. It's definitely something I want in the long term. Is there other stuff that I need? What is... So... This will make... Psychiatry would make my bureaucracy more efficient, but only by a little bit. What is... Yeah, so that'll reduce this line item by 5%. Which is like 170. 175-ish. It's not bad. Wouldn't be bad. Let's do it. And then we'll queue in mechanized workshops. Because mechanized workshops is really the thing that... Or no, not mechanized workshops. Chemical bleaching. Not like that. Dialectics, then psychiatry. No, we'll cut psychiatry. I don't need psychiatry. I don't need psychiatry as much as I need chemical bleaching. Because chemical bleaching is going to make my paper mills more efficient, and that's going to make getting my problems with bureaucratic capacity solved actually viable. And that's very important. Forgot I wasn't fully moving here. Should be able to get this peace deal very soon. Very good. Beautiful. Now, I do want to grab the Khalsa Raj. Let me see. Do I need Chitral as part of Colonial Rule? I don't. I only need Punjab, Pashtunistan, the Punjab Hills, Pashtunistan, and Kashmir. Kashmir is split into part of Chitral, but oh, so is Pashtunistan. Okay, so and then so one way or another, I'm going to war with Chitral. Again, ideally the way of this is I grab the Punjab Hills. But I do have a border with Chitral at this time. 10.7 infamy to grab Khalsa Raj as a protectorate. 5.1 to transfer Jammu. That's probably how I'll go. And then I'll grab Chitral and Kashmir in another war, and that should sort me fully. The only one I'll have left is this tiny bit of Oman that's in a treaty port from before. All right, Presidency Army is activated in Virta. That's good. Oh, it's gone. All right, interesting. Finances are doing a lot better. That interest line item is going down. So I think at this point, I'm going to unpause construction. I'm going to throw these ports at the top of the queue. And I'm going to see what my cash flow situation looks like. It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Let's get those areas connected up, at least. And then maybe we'll wait on these railways for now. But I just want to get these areas connected. Ideally, I would love to go to fully iron frame, but I don't have the ability to do that. So, what's the market looking like? Steel is very expensive. Iron's moderately expensive. Paper is very expensive. If I could build up some paper mills, that would be extremely good for me overall. Because that would also reduce my, the cost of my frickin' enormous government. My huge government. Lanfang is improving relations. That's nice. So how much infrastructure capacity do I have in East Bengal? I've got quite a bit. This is not my capital. Okay, my capital is West Bengal. Starving population, that's not ideal. Alright, let's throw 5 levels of paper mills under construction here. We'll finish out that government admin because it was already in the process of being done. We'll quickly build those, and then we'll see where we are. It'll also provide us with a little bit of industrial tax income, although I really don't love this. But the Madras presidency is back at high, and that is where we want to be. So, consolidate colonial rule, and here the secession thing is sorted out. So, that should be just fine. I think once we get below 10, I'll grab the Kasaraj and Jammu. Actually, I need to be even more below 10. Once I get to like below 8, I think I'll have what I need to have for that. Ooh, this is dangerous. This is really dangerous. No. I'm gonna pause that. I'm just gonna keep eating into this debt for now, because that's really the thing that's an important size of this. What is going on here? Kabul and Maimana are fighting. That doesn't actually affect me. Extreme winds in Guyana. Hey, my wildfires sorted themselves out. Does that mean there's not starvation here anymore? There is. Excellent. Starvation was bad for a while, but it's gotten better. Oh no, here it's really bad. Can I do anything about this? Is food really expensive here? It's not. Who's Britain going after? Britain's going after Tibet. Suppose I will have to be involved in this, huh? To annex Britain. Why would you possibly annex Tibet? And do I need to do anything in order to get there? I am involved. Great Qing sides with Tibet. Alright. I am involved and yet somehow not involved. If I mobilize an army, I'm definitely going to need to mobilize an army. I just don't know if there's going to be a front over here. Ah, these are I see what's happening. So this is an impassable terrain, and this is impassable terrain. So this is not actually a front in this war. Alright, so I can probably safely ignore this. I don't need to get involved, and I think I'm going to continue to not try to be involved because, again, my cash flow situation is absolutely brutal, and I need to... It's not as bad as it was before. I'm down to 20k interest a week, but I really, really need to get that dealt with. This is an army that nobody asked for. Market Unification 3. Extra convoys to market owner, that's not really a thing with which I need concern myself at present. Alright, we are in the 8 range. I'm going to get into the 7 range and then get started with my war. So if I go after Khalsa Raj, is anyone going to get involved? Bahawalpur could, but I don't think anyone else is going to. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. In fact, I'm tempted to go now, just while things are currently where they are. Conquering Jammu would give me a front with China, which is not ideal. I don't know why Britain's really just sort of half-assing this situation here, but that's a Britain problem. That's a Britain problem, and I don't need to care about that. I will need to care eventually, but I don't need to care now. And that's what matters. Alright, Khalsa Raj. Be my protectorate. And then we'll go ahead and add a transfer of Jammu. Can we add a conquer of Kashmir? No. Only a transfer of Jammu. Alright, so when the time comes, by which I mean I think when we're at about 50, I'll go ahead and throw the Madras army up there. Because Khalsa Raj still... Oh no, Khalsa Raj doesn't have hardly anything. Jammu's got hardly anything either, but I don't wanna risk using a smaller army on this. 4th army can safely be ignored on this. Safely be disbanded. Alright. Taxes are looking even better. Interest is trending very much downward, which I'm very pleased about. I'm still at medium taxation, which I'm also feeling extremely happy about overall. Alright. We're about at the middle. Madras Army. That's where you need to get to. And this will also indirectly create a new front with China. I think, because this area is not impassable. Or no, it won't, because... Well, I don't know. I don't know if it will or not. But if it does, then we'll get where we want to go and figure out how that goes when the time comes. So after this, we'll grab all of Chitral, but we'll wait to reduce our infamy because I don't want to necessarily put myself in a situation where I'm above 25 infantry. If this is your first time seeing a Djemkat Gaming, Khalsa Raj backs down. Excellent. Ceylon requests that we provide military assistance to them. Improves relations. But for us, increased military goods cost. How much am I spending in military goods on a weekly basis? It's actually not that much. Increased weekly unit gain, experience gain. Yeah, you know, okay, sure. Ceylon, are you my puppet? You're not. Okay, weird. Not sure how that works, but it does work. Alright, you know, we'll send this army over there to do that thing. Alright, and that's a solid frontier gotten. And is Jammu... Jammu is still a subject of the Khalsa Raj because we, because I didn't include it in the primary. But that's okay. We got our solid frontier. That's the thing. The great Indian subcontinent has been brought completely under British Indian rule. Those native forces which once threatened the security of our rule have been brought to heel. Colonial rule is held together by the collaboration of the company and the Indian princes. Over decades, we've seduced the Indians with promises of wealth and prestige, of military ranks and noble titles. Their service has been rewarded, and by winning their favor, the subcontinent is pacified. Loyal princes will keep the peace, improve relations with all my subjects by 30, or capital will cement our rule stronger East India Company. I'm going to go with that second one. Being fine with the princes. Alright, so that makes the unstable Raj thing better. Now I just need to figure out how the hell to increase standard of living. You know what? Britain can win this one. Britain can win this one by themselves. I don't need to get involved. Britain, if I thought you were actually at risk of not winning this war, I would have done something very different, but I don't think that. Cash flow is going rock solid now. We're continuing to chip away at our, we got about 7 million in interest. I'm gonna see how unpausing construction looks. Okay, alright, things are looking good. Things are looking good. Alright, well, we'll continue to build up what we're trying to build up. Oh, I don't like how that went down again. I want to be above 10k. I want to be above 10k. That's where I want to be. So, these paper mills are looking good. 22k, that's a nice number. I like that number. If I can keep that number, I'll be very... Gosh, dang it. But this will be good. This will be very useful. So, in terms of construction sectors, I keep accruing new construction sectors. Do I actually genuinely need more of these? I'm not sure. I'm having real problems with hiring in a lot of these places, but you know, that just kind of is what it is for the moment. Well, Britain's for sure winning this this chunk of the war, so we'll see how things go with that. I really would love to get these paper mills built, but I also this frickin' debt, man. This frickin' this double-digit thousands line item of interest in my expenses is making me big mad. I got all these consumption taxes I'm frickin' choking my standard of living with. It's real rough. And building up actual industry is going to help increase my standard of living in my country. So I think I think maybe making that a priority is going to be important. The Madras presidency is actually growing significantly in stability, which and I'm hoping if I can get them up to 100 out of 100, that when this time's out, I just don't have a rebellion. I'm hoping that hasn't been communicated, and that's something that will will actually affect my overall structure of my country. But we'll see. We'll see how things go with that. So with that having been done, Sindh is continuing to go down in Liberty Desire. Khalsa Raj is going up in Liberty Desire by a lot, actually. But, you know, hopefully, not having hostile relations will help. Hey, what if I took on your debt? Buddy? Buddy, my old buddy, old pal? Friendo? Okay, I need some overlord actions here. Oh, I do not want to reduce my own tech spread. I can give them Punjab. I can give them Pashtunistan. Tibet's damaging relations. I don't understand why. Giving them Pashtunistan would buy me time. And that may just be what I need here. Another suspected proselytism event. You've seen this event a bunch of times. I'm just going to say, couldn't be further from the truth again. It's just going to... I'm just going to keep doing that. Modest increase in loyalists, which I'm feeling pretty happy about. Slowly chipping away at the damage I caused with high taxation. So... Oh! Well, hold on. I can go to a much better economy. Let's go to agrarianism. Agrarianism is what the country needs. The Riots will be unhappy. Why would the Riots be unhappy? Riots, what's wrong with you? You like agrarianism. You like agrarianism and you hate extraction economy. What's wrong with you? I know the Riots would be happy. I'm just bad at numbers, apparently, right now. Yeah, let's do agrarianism. This might end up being a trap, especially when I've got tasty interventionism available. But with no stall chance, I think agrarianism is the way to go. I'm going to try to make this happen, and we're going to see how it goes. Okay, we're not at none stall chance. We're going to need to get a little lucky over here. But I think we'll be able to do what we want to do. This is a real gamble. But I'm hoping we can get there because agrarianism is just so much better than extraction economy. It's not even close. And actually, hopefully, improving the paper supply will also increase the profitability of my everythings. How much infrastructure is available in Bihar? Bihar? Time for you to get some paper mills as well. Now, after that, it's iron mines next. Iron mines are something our customs union will desperately need more of as time goes on. Actually, I could be doing more in terms of supplying the customs union's hardwood needs with my logging camps. Should I put them all in focused hardwood production? Yeah, let's do it. That makes them more profitable. Where does that put? Price of wood's rock solid. Price of hardwood is going down. Well, at least supply is going up, so that's good. Hey, you got there. Well done, Britain. You did it. You won a war against China and Tibet. Harvest condition pollinator surge in the Trucial Coast. That's exciting. So again, if I can get a really good debate event or two, I can really clean up and get this going. And that's something I'm desperately hoping happens. I don't need these railways so much as I need all the other shit I need to build. Currently largely paper mills. Paper mills are going to be great. What happened to my industry? Yes. I've irritated my my East India Company, and now they're not providing stamped and signed anymore. Urgh. Oh, what a pain. I don't want to have to tank this, so I'm going to need another 5 levels of government admin. How much infrastructure does Karnataka have available? Not much. Where else can I still be increasing? Because, again, Bihar's got plenty available. Bombay, how are you for infrastructure? You're okay. Let's do it. So I think I want to get this built just because it's bothering me. So we'll throw that in near the top. I think the government admins are more important than the iron mines. So we'll put those ahead of that. I think the paper mills go hand in hand with the government admins. So that's partially why I need them. And that's good to go. Perfect. Come on. Give me a good event. Law proposal causes uproar in Bengali communities. Claiming that the... Same. Guy in background, same. Claiming that the enactment of agrarianism would affect the country's Bengali inhabitants in a disproportionately negative way, Bengali firebrands have riled their communities against the current law proposal. Give them a finger and they'll cry for an arm. Give them an arm and before you know it, they'll weaponize the arm, batter you all to death with it, and pilfer your corpses for even more concessions. And their thoughts concern us how? Force the issue through. 5% enactment chance, another bureaucracy penalty. 5% of Bengali pops in Assam become more radical. How much of Assam is Bengali? This number's going to make me feel sad, isn't it? Well, it's not that bad. Make some token amends. 2% of Bengali pops in Assam become more radical, or acknowledge and address their concerns. Reduce enactment chance. 5% of Bengali pops in Assam become more loyalist. And their thoughts concern us how? Force the issue through. 9% enactment chance. We're doing it. I say we're doing it as I've made almost none progress. Could vassalize Nepal. How's Sind? I can get Sind. If I can turn Sind into a dominion, that would be excellent. Burma is currently going down in Liberty Desire. They finally stopped damaging relations. Okay, what's the over-under in terms of my ability to steal Siam? 15 infamy. A bunch of countries would stop me here. Alright. Can't get too aggressive here. Ooh, that's actually... This is making me nervous. So, actually, we'll put the government admins above the paper mills for now. And in fact, I just took another hit in bureaucracy, which means I'm going to need to build more. So, Northern Sirkars. I can build 2 here. And then Bombay, East Bengal, West Bengal. East Bengal's got some capacity. Alright, so we'll build a few here as well. Although, again, these government admins are themselves having a hard time hiring, so... That may end up being a mistake, but it is what it is. Alright, so I think we'll kind of go to the end of the year here. We're getting towards high. Again, I'm trying to get standard of living up by building some kind of an industrial base here. I was doing pretty well with loyalists for a while. I'm still doing okay with loyalists, but I'm taking a lot of flack from my civil servants here. I cannot yet afford to increase government wages. Sadly, I just can't. I just can't afford it. Once that interest line item is gone, we'll see how things go. Rousing speech captivates the public. This afternoon, Charles Canning, leader of the East India Company and inventor of canning, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of agrarianism. Making an appearance before the public in Calcutta's main square, Charles Canning's powerful rhetoric left even his most embittered political opponents impressed. Excerpts from the speech are already being circulated across the British East India Company, fanning the fires of an already roaring debate. This should ease the path to reform greatly, 15% enactment chance. Or performances like this reflect well on Charles Canning and his cause, 10% enactment chance. He becomes more popular and the British East India Company becomes stronger. The interest group. We're just going to go with this will ease the path to reform. I don't want to mess around with this. Because this is something with a... Oh, and there's dialectics. Excellent. So, we're going to quickly go to our universities, our tasty universities, and start doing philosophy. And that's going to take a lot of paper, but that's okay. We can handle the cost in paper because we are a country that produces paper, at least some of it, for now. Alright, so I think I'm going to move this paper mill up a little bit farther. Actually, I think maybe interspersing these is the play. Because paper mills are part of having a functioning government. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do just fine. Continuing to build up our paper supply just as we build up our paper use. That's sensible. I'm also starting to run a little short on infrastructure in a lot of my more, my larger areas. Do I still need this decree here? Yeah, I absolutely do. I need this decree so hard in West Bengal. So yeah, I should eventually build up all those railways. That'll also finish the Purveyor of Progress event. Oh, unstable Raj. We're getting real good here. We're doing real good. Again, my hypothesis, and I'm going to see if this ends up being the case, is if I can get to 100, that I'll just be fine. I don't need to do any more conquests over here. Khalsa Raj is still going up in Liberty Desire, but we're only at cold now, so you know, that'll be better later. I think if I can cross the line at 50, we'll be good to go. So I'm going to give them Pashtunistan. Again, that should buy me enough time. Yeah. That should buy me enough time. I can get them down in Liberty Desire, because I don't need to take Chitral anymore. I absolutely don't need it. Alright, finances are getting much better as we increase our number of government admins. So I'm feeling excellent about that. Law debate success. Wonderful. Oh, path to agrarianism is doing rock solid. So that's also going to really kickstart my economy. Again, I said for a while I was going to be building a little bit of a fail state. Ooh, Iraq is improving relations. Wonderful. And I do still... I don't know, like, I still want the country to function. And, like, you know, British East India Company can be a strong country, you know. So, you know, I want the country to work. Alright, who are you going after now? The Marina Kingdom. Ah, that's fine. Escaping fugitives. A significant number of slaves have risen up and made for the borders of Burma, where slavery is illegal. It is the duty of this government to seize and arrest fugitives and remove them to the territory from which they fled. Now go out there and do your duty. We shall fund the capture of all fugitives. Zemindars become happier, minus 10% bureaucracy. We will pay for nothing, Zemindars unhappy. You know, the Zemindars can fucking be unhappy. I can't afford that kind of thing, especially for something as asinine as catching fleeing slaves. I have no desire to catch fleeing slaves. That is something I can frickin' live without. The organization of the Bombay Army, we lost a general here. Let me see. Sir Henry Haddock. Oh, Sir Henry Havelock. Excellent. On the other hand, I can get this Joseph Moore guy. We'll go with Havelock. He seems nice. So army is still chronically under strength, but, you know, fewer wages. Ooh. Russia is protecting the Marina Kingdom. That's interesting. I still don't really see a lot of opportunity to get involved in the situation myself, but perhaps I will mobilize an army just to make sure that my shores are defended. How are things going with Sind? Sind is going down in Liberty Desire. That's wonderful. Burma's going down in Liberty Desire as well, which is not critical, but something I need to get going so that I can continue to reduce the autonomy of my other subjects. And then Khalsa Raj is still going up, but a lot slower now. And as soon as we cross over the 50 mark, we'll be good to go. How's fertilizer in this market? Fertilizer is expensive, so if I built fertilizer plants, I could theoretically clean really, really, really far up. How are we with sulfur? We're just fine with sulfur. So yeah, maybe we'll, I can't until I'm out of my extraction economy. Well, that's just fine. That's just fine. It is what it is. So there's the war with the Marina Kingdom. Law progressed to amendment. Wonderful. And we're in a mighty shortage of hardwood. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Maybe building up the hardwood supply would be something I could provide. Oman is damaging relations. Oman, why would you damage relations with me? Is British East India gonna have to choke a country in the Middle East? Explosive shortage. Don't love that. Alright, so Britain is invading both of these areas. We'll see how that affects things. Oh my goodness! An American abolitionist revolt. Oh my goodness! The United States went to dictatorship, and the North is rebelling. That's wild. Wow, things are really buck wild over here. A British radical revolt. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The home country is falling apart. Oh, cripes. I have to actually get... Hold on. What are the consequences for this war? If Britain loses, they'll have to pay war reparations. Okay, so that's functionally nothing. British Radical Revolt. What do you have going on? You're a democratic republic. As opposed to Great Britain, which is a wealth-voting monarchy. Okay. Kind of want the kind of want the Democratic Republic to win, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. That said, I'm way over time here, so I think that's going to have to be a question for next episode. I think I said I was going to stop it at the end of 49, and now it's almost the end of 50. So, you know, we've had a lot going on, and now's the time to put it on hold. My nerds, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I'll see you on the other side.